Okay, last time we talked about Boogie, he was caught doing a crypto scam on his fans. He claimed that he was forced to scam his fans because he just needed money to pay for his cancer treatments, right? After all, he was dying. Turns out that was a lie as well, because just today we have found out that Boogie was lying about his cancer diagnosis. Popular streamer Destiny confronted him on stream, and after investigating Boogie's so-called cancer and the timeline of events, he even asked Boogie to prove it to him with medical papers or anything at all, right? In fact, several people even put up money for it, offering to pay Boogie up to $85,000 if Boogie just shows proof for his cancer. Now, keep in mind, this is the same Boogie that scammed his fans for $10,000, right? Meaning he would easily take this money if he could. But Boogie, of course, refuses to prove anything, saying that he doesn't want to make it public, but also refuses to show the records to anyone in private as well, so obviously he's lying, and has been for 2 whole years. Boogie later goes on to say that his doctor might have tricked him for clout or something and made him think that he has cancer, which is just ridiculous, right? But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the only YouTuber to ever fake cancer that I've heard of since the beginning of YouTube. There have been like TikTokers who've done it, but yeah, this is a new low for Boogie, if that was even possible.
Boogie2988, you are being confronted tonight. I am 99% sure that you are faking.
No, don't move.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Okay, let's hear that.
Okay, right off the bat, if I had cancer and someone said I was faking it, my instant response would be rage, right? It was like, shut the hell up. How dare you say that and invalidate all this trauma? Like, I'd want to prove it as soon as possible, but instead Boogie's like, yeah, let's hear that. Let's hear what the judge and jury says about this. And what follows is 20 minutes of complete humiliation.
Did the doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me. And no, it is not secondary polycythemia, which is Nicholas Diorio's explanation for this bullshit.
Okay, so even your doctor never said the word cancer, which is just not believable. Like, of course, they're going to say the scientific name, but chances are they will say the word cancer as well. Now, what actually ends up happening is that Boogie got something that was seemingly resembling cancer, and then he went home and Googled it on his on the internet, and then the internet told him that he might possibly have cancer, so he diagnosed himself using internet words and ran with it and immediately made a video on it, you know, exposing it to everyone that he has cancer. And now he is unable to correct the record for the past 2 years because, you know, why correct the record if it's working out in your favor and you're getting extra donations and extra money and all the support and victim points? So yeah, that's why Boogie ran with it.
So I think it is secondary polycythemia. Can you explain?
Well, then why would he call it? Why would he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera?
So I think what happened is Boogie, based on everything.
Biopsy, because I'm wanting to do that because I'm praying to God I don't fucking have cancer.
He doesn't care.
I'm praying to God I'm taking the 1 in a million fucking chance that they're fucking wrong, and that there's another reason that I have the hormone fucking imbalances in my blood.
Yeah, why are you praying to God 2 years after you said that you have cancer, that you don't have cancer?
Oh boy, so you can already see Boogie squirming there. He has already been caught, and Destiny is slowly putting the knife in deeper and deeper to expose his lies. Turns out, if you look at Boogie's tweets, his wording drastically changes throughout the years, right? From I have cancer to I likely have cancer to I need the diagnosis for cancer. I'm getting some tests done. Brother, why the hell are you running around saying that you already have it if you haven't even gotten the diagnosis yet? That is disgusting. Of course, one of the most heartbreaking things to happen to someone you know is cancer. It is absolutely brutal and extremely hard to even watch people go through it, right? So to use it for clout and views and money is just obviously downright inhuman, right? And to keep up the lie for 2 full years, I mean, he's a psychopath.
Because 2 years ago, they told me I have polycythemia vera based on the fact that I had increased red blood cell counts, increased hemoglobin, and the hormone markers in my blood. And it all spelled pretty definitively that I have this. And so he wanted to get a bone marrow biopsy, but it is intrusive and expensive, so they decided to forego it. I would like to still get it done because I am hopeful, I am praying that there's a fucking merciful God of the world that would be willing to fucking let this be wrong, even though it most certainly is not.
Okay, so Boogie basically admits there that he thinks he likely has cancer, and he's praying to God that he does not. So how can you be praying if you already have it, buddy? So there's no definitive proof. Yet you've been parading around for 2 whole years saying, woe is me, I'm a cancer victim. When, I mean, like, why are you even having this debate on stream? You could just, you know, pull up the medical papers, you know, show everybody that you aren't a liar and that you actually have cancer. Pull up the doctor's papers that diagnose you with what you say you have. But of course, you can't do that because your entire life is a sick lie. Anyways, this next part is a rant by Destiny where he pretty accurately guesses what's going on with Boogie regarding a supposed polycythemia vera, which is a blood cancer, right?
I think that Boogie was told that he has polycythemia, which means he has an elevation of his red blood cells. Now, there is a cancer known as polycythemia vera, which is caused by a mutation in some part of your body that causes an elevation of 3 different levels of things that you'll find. One of those is the red blood cell count. However, when Boogie was talking about the polycythemia, he mentioned a couple things that I thought were interesting. The first was that taking an exogenous hormone, TRT, testosterone, that caused a increase in him developing this condition. So taking testosterone will not cause you to develop a cancer. That doesn't, not for this particular cancer, it won't. It will cause you to develop secondary polycythemia. The second thing that he mentioned was that his doctor ordered a sleep study. That's because one of the things that can cause your body to produce more red blood cells is if you have hypoxemia, which is a lower count of, or a low amount of oxygen in your blood for an extended period of time. And the reason why he ordered that sleep study is probably because Boogie either has pulmonary obstructive something, or he has, as he mentioned, sleep apnea. And sleep apnea, which is a decrease in oxygen overnight, can lead to a decrease in oxygen in your blood, which can lead to an increase in the production of red blood cells. All of the things that Boogie described, both the things that cause this and the treatments for it, are consistent with secondary polycythemia. None of these are consistent with cancer. And the fact that he's saying that they've now ordered a biopsy 2 years after. Wait, 2 years after. Let me just finish real quick. Let me finish real quick. Real quick.
He's not done. He's not done.
Yeah. 2 years ago, you said that you had a cancer diagnosis, but now you've just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer.
Confirmation.
My God, what an absolute massacre. Destiny actually going Super Saiyan there. Sherlock Detective Holmes finding out exactly what happened to Boogie, why he's lying about it, and everything. Diagnosing him more accurately than his fictional TikTok doctor using him for clout, apparently. Meanwhile, XQC in the background with a monkey clapping in his brain right now. Cannot process a single word. Bro's probably playing Subway Surfers in his head while watching TikToks. Anyway, sorry for the stray, but yeah, essentially Boogie did not have the cancer. He is still checking for it. At this point, I don't know if he's praying if he has cancer or praying that he doesn't. Because, you know, if he does have cancer, well, you know, cancer stinks and life sucks. But if he doesn't have cancer, then he has effectively completely killed his status as a YouTuber, as an influencer, his friendships with anyone online, maybe in real life too. Heck, if I found out someone I knew was faking cancer, I mean, I'm probably never associating with them ever again, no matter what they do. He also conned his audience out of money from this cancer, the few people that actually still support him. So obviously, those people are going to turn on him as well. And I'm pretty sure scamming your audience for money with whether it be crypto or lying about a cancer diagnosis, both probably qualify as like fraud. So he can probably go to jail as well just because of this. So this dude is just cooked, man.
Confirmation. Confirmation.
Is this House MD? Are we treating a blood cancer without actually confirming it yet? For 2 years, you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there?
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Boogie, you want to keep saying you're the patient, you know what your body has.
Yes.
But when I go to the doctor, they give me shit like this, which is like papers.
Because I was going to say, Boogie can end this whole thing. Show me a single document with polycythemia vera on it. You don't have one. I don't think the doctor ever diagnosed you with it. And
Yep, exactly. If he actually did have polycythemia vera or whatever the heck, there is zero chance that he doesn't have some paper that actually proves it. Because pretty much everybody knows that if you have a serious medical condition, the doctor will give you a paper for it and a diagnosis because you need it, you know, to show your future doctors if you ever move to another place or switch your doctors around. You know, they need to check your records, your history, your medical history. If you ever need to, I don't know, skip school or college or work to, you know, because you're suffering or something like that, or you need to get a treatment, then you need to show those papers to your establishment so they know that you're not lying about stuff, right? If you need to go somewhere, like maybe different countries or whatever, they ask for your medical records as well. So, Boogie, if you don't have the papers, everyone is just going to assume that you are lying. And for someone who is as lazy as you, I gotta say, you work hard as hell being a dirty, disgusting liar. I mean, if you worked half as hard as you did, you know, keeping up this gigantic lie for 2 whole years, if you worked half as hard into your actual YouTube career, maybe you wouldn't have to resort to doing degenerate stuff like this, man.
Yeah,
I'm never showing any of these motherfuckers my medical paper. Go fuck yourself. I said that 2 years ago, and I'm staying by it now. Destiny, Jackson Clark, Keemstar, you can see it when I fucking die. It's my fucking goddamn medical record. I've given you every goddamn phone call. I've given you every fucking text. I've given you. It's never made a single goddamn thing better. I'm not gonna fucking do it. Go fuck yourself.
Go F yourself. That's what you say when someone asks for proof for something you lied about. Also, what do you mean that it's not going to make things better? It is going to make everything better. It is literally going to fix this entire drama. People will leave you alone. In fact, you get a nearly free 100K donation because that's the amount of people who have bet on you not lying about this. You know, several people who are so confident you lied that they put their own money on the line. In fact, I will contribute to the pot. I'm going to put up an additional $1 for you, Boogie. If you can show me proof that you actually have cancer, I will give you $1. That is big bucks, brother. Maybe you can go buy a fucking soul with that. The fact that you said that you would rather die first than show your medical records and prove this is an admission of guilt. It is an admission that you are lying about this because nobody is that insane. Why would that be the case? There is no reason to be this defensive.
Fact is that you did the day that you got the diagnosis. You were like, well, I was considering doing this, but I just got my diagnosis today. So you weren't considering, you did it instantly.
I sat on it for a while. I sat on it for a while.
Wait, on your tweet, did you not say that I got my diagnosis today and then talk about it?
They told me, okay.
I mean, brother, it is one thing to lie about stuff that's private and that can be confirmed by nobody. But lying about stuff that's online and provable with a single Google search, that is some Hassan Piker tactics, where you assume your audience is so astronomically dumb and lazy that they won't even bother to look for the proof or the real story. And that's how you get away with blatant lies.
It's secondary polycythemia. There is no cancer here. There's no proof of it. You can't show anybody proof of it because it's not real. And yeah, I don't know. As somebody that, like, his mom had cancer, it's just a little bit gross, I feel like, when people are talking publicly about fighting cancer.
It is absolutely gross. I've got family members who passed from cancer as well. It is horrifying to watch, even from a distance. In my family member's case, they just got like thinner and thinner and, you know, had all those treatments, refused to eat, and eventually just passed. And I'm sure with how common cancer is, a lot of you guys have probably seen that happen to your family members, or maybe you've been through it yourself, or any comparable health condition. It sucks. It's torturous, and faking it is just deserving of one of the worst spot in hell.
This is the one last thing I have left. You motherfuckers were in my marriage. You guys were in everything else. You're in every aspect of my life. You. Let me have one goddamn.
What you're trying to tell me? Tomorrow.
That's everybody.
Lead Boogie lies about cancer than to hand this shit over to you pieces of shit. That's just.
This?
I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that. Go ahead, print it, Dexerto. Go ahead and print it.
I mean, I don't know what kind of dumb reverse psychology strat this is. Oh, well, talk about me, guys. Talk about me. Like, okay, yeah, we will. All right. And please stop playing the victim. Nobody is ruining your life except yourself. Nobody asked you to lie about a cancer diagnosis. This is like murdering someone, and then when you get caught, you're saying the police ruined your life. Okay, maybe just don't murder people then, and you won't go to prison. All right? Now, this next part, Destiny says he will personally donate to Boogie if he actually does have cancer, and he starts the pot here, and a bunch of people join in later on Twitter.
He did a $10,000 crypto scam, using partly his cancer thing as an excuse for why he needed to scam his fans. If Boogie can confirm that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer, I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that personal pledge right now.
Yeah, 10,000. You're not seeing my medical records for 20, not for 50. You're not seeing my medical records.
$5,000.
Just remember. Okay, so then I just want people to remember in the future then, when Boogie says I have to do XYZ scam to raise money because my medical bills are hurting so much, he can speak publicly about his medical issues to scam his fans to raise money, but he can't take $5,000 to privately confirm a diagnosis that he already publicly said that he has. Doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Even I have a fucking limit. Even I have a fucking limit.
What's the limit, though?
I'll tell you what the limit is. The limit is that I'm a lying piece of trash. Really, Boogie? You have a limit? Boogie2988, the face of ethics, the man with the soundest morals on the planet. Who are you fooling, man? This is the last straw. Honestly, anybody donating money to Boogie after this needs to be checked into a mental asylum immediately. Okay? I can't stand, like, how many times must he lie to you before you get it through your skull that this guy is just not worth supporting? Also, to the people who were fooled by this and actually, you know, donated money to him for his cancer or something like that, I mean, I feel sorry for you, but you gotta know better than to trust people on the internet, especially someone with the track record like Boogie here. Anyways, here's the final confrontation with Keemstar, where Boogie admits that he probably got confused and jumped the gun.
Tomorrow, the biggest story in the world is going to be Boogie2988 lied about his cancer.
Good, let him go.
Okay.
Good,
and
let him
then
go.
at some point, you're going to bring out the medical papers and you're going to prove that you do have cancer. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying.
No. 0% chance.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen. And then it's going to be too fucking late because everyone's going to think you lied about it.
I ain't never going to do it.
Then you lied.
Never.
Then you
Go
lied.
right ahead.
Why the fuck would you lie about that? Let me put out a scenario. It sounds like the doctor said that you had this, you know, disease or whatever, the high red cell, and then you Googled it, and it's this is cancer, and you ran with it, and you made the video, and then you found out, later that you got the form of it that doesn't have cancer, and you can't fucking set the record straight. That's what it sounds like to me.
It sounds like, I gotta be honest.
If that is what happened, then I'm still confused as of right now.
Oh my god, how can you be confused if you had the diagnosis? Man, this guy is such a liar, a straight up liar. That's exact. I'm on board with Keemstar's theory here. He definitely just got some sort of a scare on the doctor. It definitely wasn't cancer. It was just like the polycythemia without the vera part or whatever. And then he Googled it. He's like, oh my god, this is cancer. Because I did just Google that, and the first thing that comes up is the vera version with the cancer. So this is definitely a case of TikTok self-diagnosis, putting your symptoms on Google and diagnosing yourself there. And then because he's a YouTuber desperate for those views, instantly makes a video saying he has cancer, and then he can never ever walk it back. I mean, he should have, because once you make a mistake you can just walk it back, but after 2 years this has been building and building, and yuck. Anyways, here's what people are saying about this. Boogie just looks so defeated. That's the look and the voice of a man who's been caught doing something they know is effed up and universally condemned. Remember me when this video gets featured on every YouTube essay about Boogie in the next 3 to 5 years. Boogie, just remember, it can always be worse. You could have cancer. That's a 10 out of 10 comment right there. Fake cancer patient deactivates social media after Destiny exposed YouTuber Boogie2988 for allegedly faking cancer. Boogie's in the process of deactivating his social media. Don't feel bad, he had a good run, not like physically, obviously. Oh my god, the career rise. He doesn't have cancer, he is the cancer. Genuinely one of the worst things a human can do. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's basically it. Let me know what you guys thought about this whole situation. And yeah, be careful who you trust on the internet, man. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.